Glider 8.3 Abnormal and Emergency Procedures. Let's shift gears from the skies to the ground and delve into some abnormal and emergency procedures during ground launches. Imagine this. You're all set for a ground launch, towline in hand, but sometimes things don't go as planned. Now, one common hiccup is towline speed. The launch equipment operator, stationed remotely, might start you off too fast or too slow. If it's too fast, climbing becomes a challenge due to excess airspeed. Conversely, if it's too slow, getting off the ground might be a struggle, or worse, you could stall after takeoff. In these situations, communication is key. Use those signals wisely to direct the operator to adjust the speed. Be ready for these curveballs. If things get too tricky, your safest bet might be releasing the towline and making a controlled landing ahead. Wind gradient. A sudden change in wind speed with altitude can also throw a spanner in the works. If it catches you off guard and you maintain the same pitch attitude, your indicated airspeed could skyrocket, potentially exceeding the maximum ground launch tow speed. The solution? Push forward on the stick to reduce airspeed, as illustrated in Figure 8.15. It's all about adapting to the conditions. Now, let's talk emergencies. The most common issue during ground launches is a broken towline. If that happens, you need to act swiftly. Pull that release handle, lower the nose to maintain a safe airspeed, and avoid the dreaded stall. Recognize the distinguishing features: nose high pitch attitude and a relatively low altitude during launch and climb. But what if the glider tow release mechanism fails? Fear not. Fly at airspeeds no lower than your best lift over drag, LD, airspeed. Fly over and past the ground launch equipment, allowing the tow hook back release to kick in or the towline weak link to give way. And here's a neat tidbit. The ground launch equipment usually has an emergency release mechanism just in case. Now, for those using a motor vehicle for ground launch, make sure it's packing a backup release mechanism. Safety first, always. Next, we're delving into the critical realm of abnormal and emergency procedures during Aerotow and ground launch operations. Buckle up as we navigate through scenarios that demand precision and quick thinking. In the realm of abnormal Aerotow procedures, a multitude of factors, from mechanical failures to environmental challenges, can impact climb out. Vigilance in towline and towhook systems is paramount, with the importance of using proper materials, maintenance, and communication between the tow and glider pilots. Environmental factors, such as clouds and mountain rotors, may necessitate a release from the Aerotow, emphasizing the responsibility each pilot bears for the other's safety. Transitioning to towing failures, premature terminations can result from distractions like spoilers, dive brakes deployment. Careful pre-launch checks and adherence to checklists are crucial in preventing these incidents. Various tow failure scenarios demand specific actions, such as controlled releases during takeoff, landings ahead in the absence of sufficient altitude, and strategic maneuvers based on the altitude during the tow failure. Addressing slackline situations promptly is essential during Aerotow, with corrective actions initiated at the first indication of slack. Ground launch operations bring their own challenges, with towline speed management being a key factor. Effective communication between the pilot and launch equipment operator is vital to mitigate risks associated with excessive or insufficient towline speeds. Wind gradients can affect launches, necessitating adjustments in airspeed to counter sudden increases. Moving on to self-launch takeoff emergency procedures, pilots must be well versed in responding to various failures, including fires, structural issues, and encounters with severe turbulence. Vigilance during steep turns is crucial to avoid spiral dives, and pilots should be adept in recognizing and recovering from spins promptly. Safety is paramount in glider operations. A thorough understanding of abnormal and emergency procedures, effective communication, and swift decision-making are the pillars of a successful flight. Navigating the intricate interplay of aerodynamics, the entry phase of a spin is initiated by the pilot, either accidentally or intentionally, mirroring the procedures of a stall. As the glider approaches a stall, full rudder in the desired spin direction is applied, coupled with full back, up, elevator, while ailerons remain neutral unless specified otherwise in the glider flight manual or pilot operating handbook. Transitioning to the incipient phase, occurring between the stall and full spin development, this phase is instrumental in spin training. Lasting up to 2 turns, the forces at play are not yet balanced. Recovery procedures kick in before completing 360 degrees of rotation, involving the application of full rudder opposite to the rotation direction. The developed phase is characterized by stabilized angular rotation, airspeed, and vertical speed, creating an equilibrium of aerodynamic and inertial forces. The glider sustains constant or repetitive motions about the vertical axis in a nearly vertical flight path. Embarking on the recovery phase, it unfolds as the wing's angle of attack drops below the critical level, slowing auto-rotation. The nose descends below the spin pitch attitude, and rotation halts. While the manufacturer's recommended procedures guide spin recovery, in their absence, general steps are advised: neutralizing ailerons, applying full opposite rudder, breaking the stall with a brisk elevator movement, and carefully raising the nose to level flight. A crucial point to emphasize: these recovery steps are secondary to the manufacturer's recommendations. Pilot familiarity with manufacturer-provided spin recovery procedures is paramount before embarking on spin training. Common pitfalls in spin recovery involve confusion in discerning spin from a spiral, failure to clear the area, improper configuration, and mistakes in recognizing spin conditions, entry, and recovery. The delicate art of mastering spins demands precision, awareness, and adherence to procedure. If you click like and subscribe and leave a comment, we will provide a coupon for a free PDF download, one of 9 ebooks. However, each individual can only download up to 1 out of 9 ebooks for free.